talk about one large topic that we have not discussed yet is to enable large file support. So again, not a heavily used feature, but it is important for a core audience of ours, which is maybe engineering firms or digital media firms or anybody doing a scan and capture type of project where they have a lot of large documents being added to, images being added to SharePoint. If you go to General Settings from Class 1, you'll be able to see if you've enabled large files or not. Supporting for large files. If it's switched to yes, you will actually see in a library the ability not only to go to the library, upload regular documents, but you'll see a new button to upload large documents. And this is our own interface to upload large files that are greater than, actually not just 2 meg. Yes, we can support files that are larger than 2 meg, but any document that is larger than what you've added as your max allowable upload size. So I believe if you just go really quickly here to Central Admin, Applications Management, go to Manage Web Applications, select a web app here and go to General Settings of it. And you will see max allowable upload size. I believe that's the default. I don't think I've changed to 256 megs. And anything that is larger than that number that you've added there or that you changed or that you have not changed will be considered a large file. And actually this functionality has nothing to do whatsoever with RBS. It's actually what we're doing, really interesting, just adding a placeholder. So let's have a quick example here. A placeholder stub to the library. All it is you'll see an ASPX file being added that actually links to the actual document in the endpoint itself. This ASPX file will be using a particular content type called the storage point document link. And this page will live in SharePoint, and the blob will be externalized to the particular endpoint. So it's really no difference to you. It's just a pointer now instead of using RBS. But because of that, there are a few things to consider. We need to use large files because they are not using remote blob storage. Actually, if you go to our support section in our documentation, you'll see a whole document outlining everything you need to know about large file support. But with our latest version, with 5.0, we will need the system cache for large files, and that's just because when you upload a lot of these files, you need to be able to return control to the end user. You don't want to sit there and wait for these files to be uploaded and then come to realize once they are uploaded, they are way too large. It's going to take an hour to upload them to SharePoint. Well, with the system cache, they are uploaded to the system cache first, and control is returned directly to the end user. So now with 5.0, not only do we require the system cache, but large files need to be included in the content migrator job. So actually go back to general settings and go to that content migrator job. You'll see a drop down to include large files. And again, previously it went to the system cache if it was created, but we had to wait until it was completely sent to the endpoint to return control to the end user. So now during this time, the UI said it was really being 100% uploaded, but you still had to wait. It was always pretty confusing for the end user. So now we return control to the end user once it is uploaded to the system cache. Another thing to note, do not change this content type whatsoever. Otherwise, you will break the large file feature. If you do need to add new columns to the library, just add them directly to the library and not to the content type if you need to add metadata to these files. You can click on a link and it will open the document. Actually, let me do that for you. Get rid of this UI for a second. But you can also go to a different button than the storage point details and also go to the large file details button. So if you want to maybe download a different version of the document, you can download the historical versions. You can see everything from the location to the actual item size, the total size of that actual file, not shred, because it's not shredded. By the way, these large file details pop up. Users with contribute rights will only see these. So, they will be able to actually only be able to run this if they have contributor above. And I see another private question. You cannot untick any of the fine-grained permission levels in Contribute. Otherwise, they will not even see the large file upload button itself. Font admins and site collection admins, they'll be able to see everything anyway on here. But if you have Contribute rights or above, you'll see this large file details menu. All right, I think that sums up large files. I did just one new addition to the UI, which is really kind of sexy and cool, is you can resume, pause, and cancel uploads. So if you have more than 4 running at a time, you'll see them all queued up. We can upload 4 large files at once, and you can pause and resume different ones of those 4 files as you go.